Hello, good evening. How are you guys? Make sure I'm muted on my phone. All right. Usually it's on the computer, but I set it up on my phone, so I can't switch it over, which is kind of a bummer. Just waiting for it to get set up here. How you guys doing tonight? Been battling a bloody nose for like the last 3 hours right now, and can't seem to get it to stop completely. It's so dry. Hey, Cliff, how are you today? I don't know if I can get into this room. I'm trying to just get it set up. It's a lot easier on my computer than on my phone, but for some reason I don't know how to switch. And if I do it, I'll probably lose this live. Okay, girl play right here. Perfect. New create highlights of the video. No, I don't need to do that. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. How's the weather over by you, Cliff? You guys getting hit with the storm yet, or it's on its way still? Try to get this all set up. Perfect. It's interesting doing it this way. It's I like it a little bit better on the computer versus the GP. How are you? If you guys hear me sniffing and sniffing and sniffing, I'm like I said, I'm battling this bloody nose and can't seem to win today. It like comes and goes every half an hour, and then or if I like right now before I get started, I was rubbing my eye and I did like that, and I started it back up. It seems like storm's on its way. Yeah, we're in for some nonsense tomorrow too. Look, it sounds like a bunch of thunder, lightning, and more rain. We got hit with a lot of rain. Richard, how are you tonight? Oh yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, we it was just I just went on real quick, and it turned out to be like 45 minutes, and it was fun actually. I enjoyed doing that. Thank you to everyone who was able to get on there this afternoon. I had that fire going for probably 4 hours once I got the charcoal put in there. The charcoal really made it easy. And once that was lit and going, around 2:30 to 2:45, my mom left to go get Alex off the bus. She did me a favor, and I went and I just waited another 20 minutes or so, and I just took the hose and drenched that whole area to the fact that it even stopped smoldering and smoking and all of this stuff, just so I feel better. Wow. Especially by you. I mean, they canceled school over here because of wind the other day. Um, but I can't even. What are you guys in for over there? All right. Well, you wrote it, so give me a second. So I got it film. I got it recording off my phone. The live is on my phone. I don't know how to switch it, and I'm reading the comments off of my computer. So I do apologize if it's like a small delay here. Sheesh, 14 inches of snow. Oh man, I hope you guys stay safe over there. I don't know if you guys hear that. That's my phone going off. I apologize. 8 to 14 of tomorrow. Sheesh. Well, I guess you. How's that new? I think it's called a wood boiler. How's that working out for you? Man, yeah, that's pretty crazy. The wind sucks. Yeah, the wind to me. I mean, I've never experienced tornadoes until we moved down here. Not thankfully, we've not been close enough to one, but it seems like they were in North Carolina the other day which is a little scary. They sell some sort of our backyard. So this is the front of the house. So that's the back of the house right there. Our yard kind of slopes a tiny bit. We have a very small slope to the back, but then our very back end kind of goes up more than where the front goes to the back. And I told Monique, I said, look, if a tornado ever comes close enough, we're going to have to start looking into one of those little family shelters that they put in the ground. And that hill would be perfect because it's not a very tall hill, but we could dig one in there. And I'd probably get one and looking to get one put in there. What is that guy's name? He's a YouTuber. I used to watch him quite a bit. They're in like Oklahoma, and he bought like a storm shelter from Lowe's, the home improvement store. I think it was $4,500 and holds like 5 to 8 people. Yeah, that's nice. Wow, that's fantastic, and especially if you got all that wood already that you have. If you haul it back to your house, I mean, that's a brilliant idea. Yeah, we're supposed to be in the tomorrow night is supposed to go down. Let me check AccuWeather for North Carolina. I mean, not that it matters. I mean, you guys could look it up. We're in like the north part of Greensboro. Greensboro is very big. So I mean, I think Greensboro or Guilford County rather, runs all the way down to like almost Raleigh. It looks like. I don't know North Carolina that well, so don't quote me on any of that. Hourly, daily. It's my cat trying to break in the room. Yeah, so tomorrow's going to be rain crazy. 54 is the high, 38 with the low. Saturday's going to be 45, 29. Then Sunday repeats that. Monday drops 39, 29. And then Tuesday, a chance of snow. So if there's any kind of chance of snow, which will be cool because MLK is Monday. Alex will be off Monday, and they'll probably shut down schools on Tuesday. So that'll be pretty cool. And Urban Archery starts this coming Saturday, so we should be hopping out there this weekend. Oh wow, let me catch up here. Give me 2 seconds. Dell, how are you? Sorry, hey, I'll show you exactly what I'm looking at. I'm using my phone, but I'm on my computer, and that's my light, so I don't look too terrible. And there goes my phone. Uh, Give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me just get caught up. I'm so sorry. Yeah, GP, you're 100% right. I think that's a brilliant idea. I really do. I just typed it. Thank you guys all for spending the afternoon getting on with me. This is great. Thank you so much. So, Monique just had work and no school today, which was great. We got back, made some homemade meatballs with Alex, and then we made meatball parmesan, threw it in the oven, got done, and he was like, "Guys, I really want to go to this skate night they have for school." And we hopped over there. So I was gonna do this a little earlier, but we just walked in the door at like 8:15. So once we're done here, I'm gonna walk my boys for the night and pretty much just hang out. I've been watching videos on mini excavators. I would love to get a mini excavator, Dell. Those things are. GP's got a. What do you have? Is it a mini front loader or is it just a front loader? I don't know if that's even considered a mini because it looks pretty big. Wow. Thank you, Dell. I love that. Thank you so much. That helps out incredible. Yeah, okay. The Kubota R410. Oh, Cliff. It blew out. We had I don't even know how much rain we had, but it was enough rain that it filled up that I okay, so clearly you need weight on the culvert because the water's just not going to pass through and ignore it. So I had zero weight on it and it blew out with I don't even think we had like our first like 3 inches of rain that came through. And with that it just shot out of there and it kind of went about 8 feet further down the creek line, but the creek does like a bunch of S turns, so it got caught up since it doesn't really bend much. So I was gonna work on it today when I was out there. I just didn't have it in me. Um, there's a bunch of concrete at my parents' house laying around. We don't know why, and it's thick. It's probably like 3 to 4 inches of concrete that's laying around. And I'm just gonna go when I get the tractor fired up. Probably this weekend. I'll get the tractor. I haven't started the tractor since before Thanksgiving. I'll get that fired up, bring it down, and move as much of it as I can, and stack it around that culvert. Redo that whole pipe area. I may not film it. Just get out there because I love filming stuff, but sometimes it just makes like a 3 hour job into like an all day job. It just makes it a little bit harder. And but yeah, no, it long short answer to that, Cliff. Yeah, it blew out and it was down the thing. But yeah, my parents got a quote for the rock and dirt and all that other stuff. So hopefully within the next few weeks, that's all gonna come in. And uh, David from Little Boy Trucking, right here, he's gonna him and his guys are most likely gonna be well, they are. That's who the quote's from. Is gonna be delivering that dirt and stuff like that. So just doing a bunch of end of year, new year kind of transitions, and then once that's done, we could kind of focus on whatever needs to be done towards the house and get that done. Let me get how's the flow through that culvert? Got to that. Oh, that's actually really cool, backhoe excavator. I like the backhoe excavator on the back of the tractor. It's just on my tractor, it's not long enough, but that's probably the best attachment I ever got. The other attachments are okay. The brush cutter, I mean, is great. The post hole digger, to be honest with you, I could have probably just rented that, not knowing that Sunbelt does all that. I have this aerator thing. I paid $995 for it. It's a total waste. I would never. It's a pull behind. You put the hose into it, and it's supposed to drop down. Has like these 8 or 10 inch spikes, and it rarely even goes in 3 inches if. And that's a total waste. I might get rid of that. I would love to get a pair of pallet forks. That's what my goal is: pallet forks and a PTO driven wood chipper. That's what I would love to get. Yeah, I know you said that before. That clamshell bucket. I've used one once on a case. My brother in law's father has a case. I don't know the model number, but it's a legit backhoe. It's the big construction size ones. He has up at his house. Um, my brother in law Vinny and I. It wasn't him. It was his brother Mikey. We were out there messing around with it, just pulling rocks and digging rocks. I mean, we were a lot younger. It was probably 10 years ago. So, and we were out there using that. That was a cool attachment. That's the first time I ever used that clamshell. Yeah, I had the thumb. I know for the Mahindra they sell a I can't use the thumb, but the thumb is at an angle that when I if I pull in the bucket, the thumb will be there. I know for a fact those giant excavators, like those big ones, you can get for still a lot of money, but one heck of a steal secondhand compared to the those mini excavators. They really hold their residual by a lot. It's the cat's meow. like that. Yeah, I've seen a few. I don't know if they're bulldozers or. Yeah, I guess they are. They have a stationary bucket that only kind of pivots each way. What about with Dell instead of getting a mini excavator like almost like Mike Morgan does. I don't know if you watch him, where he has that. He's got that Kubota and he lifts the whole pole and he'll move it to wherever he's gonna cut them into rounds, and then from there he splits. Is that what you're trying to do with that, or that's my brother? He's big into football, and I love breaking his chops. I don't watch any kind of football, but I heard the Nick Saban guy, this is the coach of Alabama, is retiring or leaving after a certain amount of years. So, and he's an Oregon fan. So I said, "Oh, I heard Nick Saban's going to Oregon," and now he's blowing up my phone, not saying very nice things. Oh wow, I've only watched that. I don't know if it was coal, but in Port Jeff, Long Island, there's it must be a coal plant or some sort of plant, and they would those guys would just be swinging those things left and right off the barges. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, yes to Mike Morgan or yes to both, because his setup, man, over the years, his setup has gotten nicer and nicer and nicer. Jimmy, thank you for joining. That's my guy right there. Jimmy, no, no, not on this one. The YouTube algorithm is going like this, and it might do one of these kind of things. You know what I mean? I read that without seeing your name, and I knew right away. I was like, "Oh, that's him." When, sheesh. Yeah. No, honestly, Mike Morgan's whole setup, even that mobile thing, when he first showed it, that mobile log split, I was like, oh, this thing's kind of silly. I don't really get why you want to drive the thing, but I think it's brilliant. Dell, we could do one of two things. We could look into going to an auction if you want. Jimmy, like what do you say? Do you just write a bunch of ah? Hey Skid, how are you? Thank you for hopping in. Jimmy, I gotta send you a picture. It was I got a picture of you and I in your office, but it's from like 2011. It's a long time ago. It came up as one of my memories. It's a beautiful memory, Jimmy. Beautiful. Yeah, that guy Andrew Cabrera, he gets a lot of there's a name he buys. It's a oh man, it slips my mind right now. But it's not a cat. It's not a. It's. I feel like it starts with an H and not a Hyundai. The brands he gets. It's definitely a Y. Yanmar. They like those. He says him and what's the other guy's name? Diesel Creek. Matt, I think his name is Matt. They're big Yanmar fans. Oh no, my screen went black. Yeah, thanks for coming back. I would definitely. I know for a fact once I end up getting my CDL, I get asked a lot. I mean, even so far after this little rainstorm we had here, that we had a bunch of rain. I get asked a few times. My phone went off, seeing if I could help cut down some trees. Nothing like massive and or near homes. Kind of like blowdowns that were on the side. I have to find out. I mean, I do have an S corp for my YouTube channel, but I don't know where it branches off, and I don't have insurance or liability. So I'd have to find out how that would work. I'm trying to pronounce that name that GP put in there. Tekuchi. Give me 2 seconds just to get on my computer here. I just texted Monique, Jimbo. I said Jimmy's on the live. See if she answers her phone. She's hanging out with Alex right now. Who has them? There's a few. I mean, look, Dell. If there's a, I'll definitely go to an auction. If they have one between North and South Carolina, I'll definitely take a ride out to an auction and see what they got. I would love that. My diesels are putting all kinds of equipment. Yeah, I mean they seem to really love those Yamars. I don't know, Jimmy. I don't know. I know. I watch that guy Flair. I don't know if how many of you guys watch Flair. I love watching him. He's hilarious. He had oh, Jimmy's my guy. I've known Jimmy. Uh, I mean, Jimmy's been 30 years old for like the last 15 years, right, Jimbo? I don't know. I don't know when they. It's been a long time. Um. So anyway, back to Flair. I know Flair has. He had a John Deere. What is that called? Um, track steer, and he said he had nothing but problems. I mean, and he doesn't do like many videos with it, but he just kind of for his farm and stuff. And he got rid of it and got a Kubota. So I like my Mahindra, but I don't know if I don't know what's going on with Coyote. I may go the route of Coyote, especially since I do have a skid steer coming out. I don't know if I'm going to keep a tractor. I might go with a skid steer, especially because there's so many different attachments that I can get. Same like with tractor, but have a skid steer. We'll see. I don't. I definitely like Kubota, but I don't. I mean, like many people, you're just buying the name at that point. But they seem to be relatively bulletproof. Jimmy, you got to give the people what they want. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. I don't know if I'd go Bobcat, but I would probably go Cat or Caterpillar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that one right. Tekuchi are nice machines I ever am. Yeah, I just want something that's, I mean, like everyone else, I just want something that's basically, oh, yeah, sweet. Oh, okay. That's how I actually spell skid boots. Everything, even through high school and everything. I'm a phonetic speller. So a Takahoochie. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I've heard several times about Kubota. But you're paying for the name. But I mean, if they are as reliable as they seem, but I don't do much. I've had my tractor for now. If this will be the third year, and I just rolled. If I rolled 150 hours with it, and I use it quite a bit, but the hours I put on it aren't really anything because my parents don't have that much property. So even if I'm driving to the end of the property, it's if I do that 12 times, it doesn't take very long because it's not a very long drive. It seems that way, especially on camera, but it's really not that far. Jimmy, I'm coming up there in March. I'll be up on Long Island. I gotta go see the doctor, and then I don't know when the fishing season starts, but I'm going up in March for that, and then I should be going back up in July, if not August. Whoa, he uses the heck out of that thing. 1,600 or 16,000. The Mahindra seems to do fine. The only issue I'm having that I probably should have bring it in. Should bring in. Oh, 2016. Gotcha. That's still an incredible amount of hours. I mean, good for him. I that back 3 point. It's still with the 3 point lever. No matter where I put it, it's either all the way up or all the way down, and I have to use that adjustment pin to keep it where I need it. But apparently, that's something inside the transmission area, since the hydrostatic. So that it's gonna have to go in for, which I probably should send it in, but I'm waiting for my brother-in-law Chris to give me the green light to take down some trees by his house, and I'm not like I don't mind manual labor, but if I have a machine that will move it, I rather cut it into smaller pieces and have the machine move it than myself move it, if that makes any sense. But I would really love to get a track steer with the independent grapple bucket that each side moves. That would be one of my goals. I would get rid of. My buddy was like, "You should just do a tractor giveaway. Give away your tractor. Do like a raffle where they buy merch and stuff, and then that each piece of merch is a drawing for your tractor." I said, "Sheesh." I go, I don't think that's a good idea. Um, I'd probably just trade it in towards. If I can get 20 grand for it, I'd put that right towards the other piece of equipment. But for right now, I don't need to have 40, 50 grand in debt on a machine I would use 2 or 3 times a week. Hold on, I got caught up. Oh yeah, that's awesome. When's that dropping? GP. Into my rigging system. That's crazy. Yeah. I'm interested. I mean, I'm definitely interested in. I'm even in the tree thing. I mean, I've said it a few times. I'm almost every live. I'm sure Cliff could attest to it because he's been in every single live that I've had. Uh, okay, so you're right, Richard. But the way the technician described it is there's almost no way that it can be because of the way it's inside the. Don't quote me on this, please. Something inside the transmission has to do with with. So he thinks either something's bent or not moving. It could be a valve. I have no idea. So it's like 7 years or however many hours, and I'm nowhere near either one of them. So every year I send it in to go get the oil, the filter, the fuel filter, and the differentials drained and done. They pick it up. They pick it up and drop it off. That's $75, and then the service was like 300. So altogether comes to right under 400 with tax. But the other piece is warranted, so I'll just have them do all that. Something. I don't know if it is a solenoid because there's an active lever that goes into the transmit into yeah, the into the transmission area or that whatever the heck it's called. Rancher 519. I'd have to Google that though. I truly. I got to like I was saying. So I was approached a few times. I'm sure tomorrow my phone will go off a few times too. After this storm rolls in. I got to go get my. Not that I have to get it back. I'm told all the time, like, hey, I got your chainsaw, and I'm the kind of person tell them all the time, yeah, when you get it to me, you get it to me. I don't really use the chainsaws as much ever, but if I had the two of them, not that it would make much more of a difference. Uh, but yeah, this last storm that passed on Tuesday, on Wednesday, my phone went off a few times, seeing if I'd go over and cut some trees. My only issue is, like I said, I'm not insured, and I don't have, I guess, liability for that kind of stuff. So I have to go ahead and figure that out. And I guess I'd have to see if I could put it underneath my S corp as a I guess a sub or a an umbrella to make a either a management or I won't and I'm please I don't want to say it like I am or like a tree company, but more like a landscaping company because I don't have the um insured in all 56. Sheesh. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm nowhere near even like the worst guy out there. But if a tree's on the ground and blocking a driveway, I mean, I'll go and I have no problem bucking it up and moving it. I don't know if I'd move the logs because I mean, I truthfully, I don't have a truck anymore. I had three F-150s, then we got this house, and this house was delayed so long that I couldn't go. They don't want you to have, I mean, I'm sure all of you guys know this. I found this house because it's my first house. When we were going to get the house, they said, "Yeah, we don't want you to have any car payments or any car loans. If they're up, let them expire." And we had the two other vehicles, so I didn't have a need to have my F-150s anymore. And I went back in October. The house was supposed to be done in October, and we didn't sign paperwork until the last day in December. And right now, with the price of vehicles, I'm not going to get hammered on a interest rate and or the ridiculous price in vehicles. Um, yeah, all right, Richard. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm reading what asking Dell what that is too. Okay, that's what I thought it was because you did mention that prior, but I didn't know if you had it back yet or not. I tell you one thing, with this cold weather coming through, I'm definitely happy we went ahead and had ours winterized. Our little trackers T16 winterized for the. I mean, by winterized, it's in Chris's garage, my brother-in-law's garage, and they. So they told me they don't put the. It's not an antifreeze, but an antifreeze through the engine. They just blow it all out and make sure there's no water and any part of it. I said, okay. I mean, what can I do? It was done at the dealership, so I guess if if any of it's busted up or the seals are gone or something, we'll have to go back to the dealership and find out. But um, I did a bunch of YouTubing on how to do an oil change and how to do all that stuff. And after the initial price of getting the I don't know what it's called. It's the clamp that goes around the bottom of the engine for the inlet to put water through and whatever else. Um, but yeah, that the initial expense is like 50, $60, and then I'll have to drive it all the way there, and then I can kind of do it all myself. I don't think I'm gonna have an issue doing an oil change and or the gear oil on the bottom and running fluids through it for the winter. But yeah, no, I was definitely happy I had that done before this cold weather really came in. I think we pulled the boat probably a month too early, but you live and you learn. Yeah, I would like to look into possibly doing that. I know I have to get all my paperwork ready for the tax lady for my YouTube here. It should probably take her like 6 minutes. I tell you that much. But I would like to definitely find out about that. I don't think I would name my have like a because I'm not, so I'm not trying to label myself as one as a tree company, but maybe brush removal or land management, where like after a storm or something like that, if the bigger guys are too busy, I'll come. I'll remove whatever's on the ground or fell over. I won't go near any trees that are near power lines or houses, vehicles, um, and clean it up and whatever else like that. I'm sure I could make a few bucks on the side until I end up buying a dump truck because that's like my goal within the next like 2 years is an actual dump truck and going that route. If not a dry van, seeing something. Always wanted to get it. So uh, it's to answer your question, GP, after Richard wrote the $1,000, yeah, a few people, especially by my mom's neighborhood, have asked. Like so the three lots that I did with the brush cutter, I didn't charge them. I could have walked away with $3,900. I left that on the table for hunting rights, and then it turns out that I'm not gonna get it. It's just a bunch of drama. I don't deal with drama. I just whatever. Like I don't have time for you people. Um, Turns out that the one person that property butts up against had an issue with it and was giving the landowner that I had the rights to hunt on an issue because apparently their grandkids like go outside and this is only archery that I was using for anyway, our written agreement. And apparently the grandkids go out and well, your grandkids then are apparently trespassing if they're on this other guy's property. So it wasn't even worth it. So I pulled that. But long story short, yeah, like that guy, a few other people in that neighborhood that I brush hogged for, and outside of that neighborhood, I've asked. Just word of mouth. Just, I mean, I don't have a very like my hourly rate is like $55 portal to portal. It's $50. I don't really go and I ask, hey, can I film? And I've got a few of them which have been pretty good, but I'm hesitant because I'm not insured, so I want to make sure that everything that I do going forward is the right way. I mean, those were just kind of little side things like, hey, look, if I do this, I'm just gonna film, no cash, no harm, no foul do it. I had one lady that offered, like, she's a little bit north of us, wanted me to come in and take down 8 trees, and uh, I was looking at from she's I was look so it was 8 trees, digging out the stump with the back end, and they weren't big trees at all. I mean, if they were the size of this light here, so probably less than 12 inches. She was willing to pay 5 grand, but I wussed out. I'm not gonna lie. I said, look, I'm not insured or anything like that. I don't have it, and that was even before this YouTube stuff kind of was kicking off. So I mean, really, with that, and that's all within the last year and a half. I kind of left like almost 8 grand on the table. So yeah, you know, it probably doesn't hurt to look into getting insurance and or having a different name or something. I mean, there's money to be made, and I love it. Yeah, yeah, I know, and that's why, like, even believe me, even today when you were on the live this morning, GP hanging out with my mom, and she was like, "Is that the guy?" I was like, "Yeah, that's the guy." Like the biggest confidence boost is when, because yeah, I mean, even off of this, you always offer great advice. I mean, all you guys do. I really do. I mean, I'm talks with Cliff. I'm talks with Dell, with you, GP. I mean, but it was never something I ever thought I was gonna go down. But that road, and to be honest with you, it's the more I'm doing it, the more I see it as a possibility. But again, I don't. I know my limitations. Like, I know that I'm not very good at it. You know, at my parents' backyard, it's easier because if I'm trying to get the tree to fall this way, but it kind of wants to go that way, there's nothing back there. As long as we all know our safe areas to go, really, I could chalk it up to I'm still learning. So that's where I'm at with that. Lower unit, yeah, Dell. That's why I couldn't get out of it. The lower unit is all right. Well, it's a Mercury 75 horsepower, but to be honest with you, I might have to have you over for some dinner, and we'll you show me how to do it. I will do a collab at the end of the. I actually have to do the first. The first service is a comp from oh geez, what are they called? Angler's Choice. They're out of Lexington, North Carolina, and there's another spot in Virginia. I think they have like 4 or 5 of them. After that one, sheesh, though. I mean, you got my address. Give me 2 seconds to get caught up. Lower unit, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Richard. I'm just getting to it now. I do apologize. I hope you have a great night. Thank you very much for getting on. I do appreciate it. Oh, check this out. We could get fancy. I don't really know what that means. Managing monitors, standing monitors can view and remove chat messages. Hide. Can manage block words and share the live. Huh. Let's try this. Do that. Where's my boy Cliff? Add as channel moderator. I don't know. Wait. Give me a second. And Dell. Okay. Yeah, now you guys are your little I mean, you guys are my 3 main guys from the beginning, so I do appreciate it. I know GP, you go live quite a bit, and I do apologize. I don't get to all of them. I thoroughly do apologize. But on the little, there's like 3 little dots on the right hand side. You click on them, and it says add as channel moderators. So now you guys got little tool wrenches next to you guys. Yeah, Cliff, I have to agree with you. I mean, well, I mean, I'm sure you have, and you know, a ton of experience. That's where I'm at. Just for my skill set and the fact that I have no one that's ever really taught me. Like I don't, not like my dad did this or my uncle or any family members or close family members. Um, so I'm kind of just teaching myself, and I take what you guys say, and then I apply it the next few days that I go out there. I try my best, but it doesn't always work out, and I try to be as raw and uncut on the videos all the single time. I don't really cut any. I almost never cut it out. I might cut like if my saw gets stuck, I'll maybe you'll see a snip into the next segment or the next part of it, just because I may not have said the most polite words at that point. But I try not to have too many or any actually bad words. Not that I don't say them. I say them quite a lot. It's just I try to keep it as family friendly as possible. Um, just because if you're sitting around with your kid watching something and I'm mowing the lawn, there's no reason to have a bunch of craziness coming out of my mouth, and then it's like you got to try to lower the, that to me isn't worth it. Um, what the heck is going on? Yeah, you guys all got the excuse me, you guys all got the little wrench going on. Yep, get the trolls right. I just lost everything back. No, Dell, don't be silly. Yeah, you guys got the power. If I knew how to do it prior, I would have done it, well before. I'll show you exactly, just in case you guys go live and you're curious. Um, so right here, like say Dell, I'll click here, and then it says, well, that didn't say it's before, but maybe Dell's not a goodie. Let me go up. Hold on one second. Give me a second. Let me go to where's Richard? So you see Richard right here. If I click this, it would say add as moderator, and then it gives you guys these two. Can block words and change chat modes for live. Also, capability of standard moderator. Standard moderator can review, remove chat. So I gave you guys managing moderators here, just because I mean you guys are always with me and you guys provide the most information. So I greatly appreciate it, and thank you guys so much. Four of you being in here for almost 50 minutes and four thumbs up. I'm not gonna. So wow, it's already 21:21. It's pretty late. So I'm gonna go with another. I figure another minute or so. We're on for 48 minutes, so 49 minutes. I do want to thank you guys. I'm so confused right now. Wait, this is deja vu. Well, good. If it is deja vu, hopefully I gave you the win and lotto numbers, and we'll all split it. It's caught up. Um, Another thing, I think. Oh, sorry. I've been battling. Oh, okay. I thought that was a bloody nose. I've been battling this one nostril. It's killing me with this bloody nose. I know I'm working on something and I stopped the video because much military vocabulary comes out. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that. Oh. I apologize. That was me. I guess I have control. Here, I'll show you. I won't do it again. Where are you? Where are you? How do I flip it? Why is this over here? You guys got me? I think we are back. Jimmy, you left. I'll give Jimmy a wrench. Jimmy, I'm the Jimmy. This is a Craftsman wrench, Jimbo. That was me. I went to show you guys it, and I guess I hit two different. So I'm filming on my phone, but I have full access on my computer here. And as you see, look at the delay. It's like a 5 second delay. I'm not even talking right now. But yeah, like here, look. Night night, Joey. Can simulation before bed. Jimmy, I hope you have a beautiful night, and I'll send you a beautiful text message tomorrow morning. Don't you worry about it. It's going to be a nice one. It's going to be romantic. All right, Jimbo. Have a good night. But yeah, I'm gonna me. I know I floated this idea around a little bit. I think what I'm going to be doing is going into February. I'm going to be trying to film. I'm going to really throw everything at the wall on this one. Try to really work hard at it. I'm going to go with filming probably Monday through Friday, and then I want to do a vlog style. So most likely I will get Monday, Tuesday video from basically when I get up and get Alex and I getting him to school. You'll see him go to school. Then I'll go to my parents' house, do what I got to do, and then from there, if I'm filming, go from there, and then end the day. However, I end the day, probably somewhere around 6, 7 o'clock at night. Edit that, get it up, and then I'll go into do that Monday, Tuesday. I'll have those, and then I will be posting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, probably every night at or every morning, depending on how I have them edited. I'll figure it out. I want to try to do for the month of February and see how it goes to do a vlog style, like what I'm doing from the morning to the afternoon, and kind of how the day's going and what we have like from I get Alex and my nieces off the bus. I mean they would love to be on YouTube, but I probably won't have so much of that as in when they're leaving, and then what we're doing from there and kind of going that way. Um, I have a bunch of work I got to still do at my parents' house, and I have a bunch of work at my brother-in-law's house I got to do too. But yeah, I'm kind of interested. I want to challenge myself. I do like what I'm doing now. I had to slow down with one of the upload days just because, I mean, the days are like 7.5 minutes long. So by the time I get out there and do everything, it just seems like I just don't have the chance to get it done. And then uh, Alex has basketball usually Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So yeah, I think that's the route I'm going to be going. Yeah. Yeah, the chat was my fault. I've known Jimmy. Jimmy was one of my old bosses. He's probably the best boss, best male figure I've ever. I mean, outside of my dad that I've ever had. That's one heck of a guy. Honestly, all jokes aside, he's probably out. I mean, I tell him all the time. Like, I love Jimmy. Like, he is honestly the coolest guy in the universe. I mean, as a role model all over between work, a father figure, a husband, just a friend. He checks off everything. I mean, the sweetest guy, and I've had the pleasure to see him get angry like 3 times. And now Jimmy is I don't know. Well, I do know, but let's just say he's 50. He's built like a brick. He is no joke. This guy is in great shape, and we were on a one or two job sites, and I've had the pleasure of watching him get angry, and it is because he's nothing but jokes and laughter and fun, and like you know a guy like that has it in him, but man, when it comes out, it comes out. Oh man, I love it. But let's see what we got here before we head off for the night. Oh yeah, yeah. No, no, no. That's my guy right there. He's an unbelievable guy. I love him. But yeah, all jokes aside, so I'm really thinking about doing that for the month of February. So if you see a format change, that's really what I'm trying to go for. Not so much a vlog, as in I'm trying to really challenge myself to see if I could get my work done, do what I have to do as a father, as a husband, as an employee, and then for myself. That's like, I really, really want to see what I could do. And, I don't sleep much to begin with, so we'll go from there. But yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any other questions for me, if not, looks like we'll get out of here. But like, I'll probably sign off about 9:35, and I love the fact that you guys hung out with me for. I mean, we're at 57 minutes. That's incredible. Thank you guys so much. Before I do check out in the next 5 minutes, I just want to say, Cliff, Dell, you might have came in a little after this. Um, Cliff and GP, I hope you guys stay safe with this nasty weather. You guys are this really cold stuff that's coming through. Um, yeah, exactly. That's the point I was just getting. I just came over my feed. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys all stay safe. And I mean, you know, text me the pictures. We miss having snow, but I know Dell. I shot you a text because that guy I watched, Matt Hall. I think Matt Hall on YouTube. He's a weatherman. He's a younger guy that has a great channel that does it, and he was just his thing was pinging with tornado touchdowns in South Carolina, and I was like, oh no, I gotta text my guy. Yeah, I got you. There's just such a delay. I'm sorry. All right, guys. I'll just reiterate what I typed. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I hope all you guys stay safe. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope everyone has a great night. And yeah, if anything, I'll shoot you guys a text with anything. I won't say trees coming down is cool if we get any kind of snow or anything like that. But you guys getting the snow and that crazy weather, please shoot me a text. I love seeing it. I show Alex that stuff too. But thank you guys so much. Cliff, Dell, GP, Skid, Jimmy, Richard. I don't think I'm missing anybody else here. I hope you guys all have a great night, and thank you guys so much. Have a good evening. Thank you. Bye. How do we exit?